Good morning, folks. Man, the current is ripping. It wasn't moving at all over there. But you come here and the current is ripping. I don't know what is with this spot. But the water tends to split here, and from standstill, it just starts to rip. But I am back here at this spot looking for some memorable catches. I'm planning on selling my graphite leader BELEZZA prototype, and I'm fishing it as hard as I can. I want to have enough videos from this gorgeous rod on my channel for my memoirs. So already caught my PB with it last week. If nothing else, I'm sure that would be enough. But yeah, I'm gonna give it like an hour or so here. We're gonna go further down, hoping to catch another nice bass with it. If not, perhaps a nice drum or a big catfish. I want some memorable catches. I'm using very large hook today. I don't know, size 6 or something like that. And I'm using very nice thick leader, 4-pound Invisex, which is very thick. It's like 0.18 millimeter diameter. The main line is too thin for the fishing that I do, but I have to enjoy my combo. The only reel that fits this rod is the Vanquish, and the Vanquish is 1000 size, and I'm not gonna put some thick line on my 1000 size Vanquish. Let's drop another 20 feet down. There's bluegill right there. I gotta cast the float there. There we go. First fishing. First fishing of the day. He ain't too big. But we gotta warm up the gears. Gotta warm up here, folks. And now with the current here, oh, smallie. Yeah, this spot tends to hold a lot of smallies, and they fight like crazy, especially when they get a little bit of current. It's a nice first fish, actually. He's gonna be 14, maybe 15 inches. Watch this rod, folks. Watch this rod and think about this. This rod is a super ultralight class. It's not an ultralight, it's super ultralight. You can watch the review of this rod. When I compare it to a true ultralight rod, like the Legend Elite Penfish, it seems like the tip is kind of stiff. It seems like the tip is stiff because it's tubular tip. It doesn't bend like your stupid solid tips there. It doesn't bend so easy. So it feels, oh, it is ultralight. No, it is not, because when you actually test it, and I did, and you compare with an ultralight rod, you see that the middle of the blank loads much earlier than an ultralight. So it is a true super ultralight, and yet you fish bass, no problem. I caught 4-pound, 10-ounce bass with it last week. Watch that video. It didn't really overload the rod. Oh, yeah, that's what happens in current. current makes everything very snaggy. Alright folks, I'm ready to abandon bass fishing. Current is too strong. I will cast a few times by the mooring sails. There is always some low-hanging fruit here. The first few casts always produce a few fish. I told you there is always some low-hanging fruit here. Oh, I lost him. Man, I have good hook. I lost 2 jigs down there, started cursing, and I left. I can't fish, folks, in current. It's just difficult for me. There is all kinds of current here going on. I'm usually... Oh! I was just reeling, folks. But in these currents, the reel can scream in any moment. In these currents. Man, these spots fight so much better than largemouth, even when they're small. Man, he threw, is this my bait or he just regurgitated some shad? Yeah, these spots fight so much better than a largemouth. Give me my Kitech, dude. I'm not ready to separate with my Kitech yet. Little duro, but maybe the current, I don't know. There's really not much left here in this Kitech, but we are fishing dinks here, so I'm gonna cast one more time with it. Yeah, we're too far now. I don't know what's going on with the trolling motor. Mr. Trolling Motor is... Oh, that's a fish. And I thought I'm snagged. And the bite is good in the current, folks. Bite is good in the current. That's gonna be Mr. Bass here. It's not big. I can feel the head shake. The head shakes are too jerky. That 4-pounder I got, it feels steady, you know, big fish just feels steady. But we do have 2.5 mile per hour current here. Folks, if you don't know what tubular tip is, get you one of these BELEZZA prototypes. You will understand what tubular tip is. I can tell with my hand exactly where the tip of my rod is. I love this tip feel. This is actually a term. This is actually a thing. Tip feel. It was always in my head, but I didn't kind of articulate it. My brain couldn't articulate it. Tip feel. But one day I was translating Japanese description of some product, and the Japanese guy who was talking about the rod said the rod has excellent tip feel. Tip feel. And it just hit me literally like a electricity, like a lightning. I was like, damn, tip feel. This is what I have always been hating about the solid tip rods. They feel numb in the tip. They feel numb. They have no tip feel. The guy just said it, so I don't want to take credit. I did hear it from some, but I swear this has been in the back of my mind. This has bothered me long before I heard it from him. I just couldn't articulate it. I thought it's the action. Yeah, the action bothers me too. but it's the tip feel. It's got no tip feel. This BELEZZA here is probably the best tip feel of any rod I have touched. It has amazing tip feel because it's kind of short, very slow action, so you know exactly when you cast, you know exactly where the tip of the rod is. Now this here is a decent catch on ultralight. This is a lot of fun on 0.10 millimeter line, a tenth of 1 millimeter. Now the dynamics changed here. The lure cannot stay, there is no dead water anymore. It became very turbulent. The lure cannot stay now. I can't run it where I want to run it. Alright folks, this is what you do when you're desperate. When you're desperate to catch a fish. We concocted some kind of a, I don't know what to call this rig here. It's all made of bass tackle from my bass box over there. This is called Cheburashka. It's a big bass hook. Not that big, but the biggest I have. Little swivel here. Now I'm gonna find the smallest bluegill in the live well. Because I have 0.10 line here, I'm just gonna hope for a small channel catfish to end the video. So yeah, let's find one little bluegill. How are we gonna rig it? I think straight through the nostril, maybe through both. How is it gonna breathe? I don't know. No, let's just, I hope it doesn't come off though. Let's just use the upper lip so it can still move. Boy, I've never done something that stupid. But there is a first time for everything. It is sinking to the bottom. I think we're on the bottom now. That was 5-gram lead. Boy, it's snagged already with 5-gram lead. But I'm just gonna not gonna use trolling motor. I'm gonna let, folks, the current and the wind drift me around here. And I'm just gonna keep lifting it off the bottom a little bit. I feel the bluegill kicking. That's the nice thing about this thin line. Current doesn't bother it. You know what, let's put the trolling motor on just speed 1 to have some kind of direction. No. Get out. Get out. Finally, stop. Folks, I think something finally ate this bluegill. Good God Almighty. Yeah, something finally ate it. Another 30 minutes dangling a bluegill around here. Nobody wants to eat a bluegill. Okay. Now we're gonna end the video with a proper fish. Alright. I did tie a new 4-pound leader just before I dropped the bluegill. So we do have fresh leader. Main line might be thin, but the leader is good, and that's what counts. It's a very steady fish. It has to be a catfish. It's not a gar. It doesn't have the stupid head shakes. It's very steady. As a matter of fact, it's a little bit too steady. It's a little bit too steady. I would like to get some head shakes here. Let's see. What do I have here? Yeah, because I don't have a net either. Don't have a net either. Well, if one day it does surface, I'm just gonna grab him in the mouth, whatever it is. Be nice if it's drum. Be more interesting and easier to land. Nice fight, but they still give up. Catfish take a long time to give up. Interesting, over there in the current seam. Perfect conditions, but nothing. Came here in the calm water. What I'm wondering, folks, is it possible for the fish never to tire? Never to lift him? Because once with realistic fishing, I chased the fish for 30 minutes. I used all of my patience. And I could never lift him. And he kept going and going and going. But that fish I think I snagged. And if you snag for the tail, the head is always pointed away from you. If it's in the mouth, it's different. Because you kind of lift him here to face you. It must take energy to stay down. I mean, it has to take some energy. Look, the rod is going up now. He lost some ground there. It must take some energy. We gained some line. It's not that deep here anyway, it's only like 22 feet. So it's not like he's 50 feet down. We just gained some line. I want to see him so bad. Just want to see him. I just want to see you. Just come up to the surface for 1 second. You know, he hangs on, but then he's trying to catch his braid for just a few seconds, and I pick up some line. My gosh, I gained a lot of line. We've never gained so much line so far. I gained a lot of line. Okay, why don't I see him? Let's turn the camera down so you guys can see him in case I don't land him. We at least see him. Just come for 1 second, dude. Come up for 1 second. I don't want to let him go back down. Come on. Stay here. Oh, we're gaining even more wine. We're gaining even more wine. Okay. That is insane. My right hand started to shake. It's just over. My right hand is just overtired right now. I have to lift with the support of my other hand. Oh my god, bubbles. There he is. There he is.
Yeah. Is he a cat?
Yeah, flathead.
Okay, and where'd you hook him?
It's like a 15-pounder, not that big.
So, yeah, not too big, but on ultralight.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, do you want me to
No, that's perfect.
other side and just right up in front of
As soon as you grab him, I'm gonna let a line out of my spool. Or, yeah, you can hold him in the net for a second.
Oh yeah, plenty.
For a second until I come to grab the net. He's a. Oh, you got him perfect. You got him perfect.
Color.
That's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, look at him, man. Looks like turkey feathers.
Yeah.
How modeled.
Don't let go of the net until I say I got it.
No worries, my man.
I got it. I got it. Okay, perfect. All right, give me a minute now.
Yeah, no problem.
This whole rod weighs 190 grams.
That thing, that really is an ultralight.
Yeah.
That's not just, oh, I've got a small rod with a 6-pound test. That's a,
I'm gonna let him go right away, but I wanna. Come on, buddy. I'll let you go right now. Beautiful, healthy fish, no parasites.
yeah. Good looking fish, man. Nice job.
No parasites, no nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, these catfish.
Yeah, they don't
are-
die from this.
Dude, no way.
Oh, here is your net. Thank you very much.
Hey, my pleasure, man.
You saved me another 15 minutes here trying to,
Oh, right.
because I
grabbing.
can't control him enough to shove my hand in his mouth.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. Thank you very much. Well, folks, it took a while to end this video, but I think it was worth it. That was quite the ending. That was quite the outro. Graphite leader, BELEZZA prototype. Killer catfish rig. Get yourself 1000 size Vanquish and some 2-pound wine. Killer catfish rig.